Okay then, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the independent drive and we're going to follow the traffic signs to Cirencester until I direct you otherwise.
Okay.
Alright, so I'd like you to move off when safe to do so. Please follow traffic signs for Cirencester until I direct you otherwise. Okay?
Yep.
Now, Joe, I'd like you to follow the traffic signs, please, to Cheney Manor until I direct you otherwise. Can you just find somewhere convenient to park on the left for me, please? There's no urgent rush. My suggestion to you would be find somewhere easy to park on the left as well. drive on when safe to do so. Recap, we'll follow the traffic signs, please, to change your manner. So follow the traffic signs now, please, for motorway M4 until I direct you otherwise. Occasion. Hopefully you should be able to see the signs for motorway M4 because the tree ain't got no leaves on it. Now looking at the road markers, look, both lanes go right.
Yeah.
So what I suggest you do, obviously, when we turn right here, is I need you to stay to the right.
Yeah. Let's swing out.
sign you probably struggle to see, so just going to follow the road ahead. The traffic sign's probably older than me, so follow the sign for motorway M4. You okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so let's go, nice and gentle. So what we're going to do now is we're going to follow the traffic signs now, please, to West Swindon. See a sign for West Swindon? That's the end of your independent drive. I'll direct you as normal now. Please take the next road on the left. And then end of the road, going to turn left. find the blue car for us. I appreciate it's queuing, but just park on the left, just beyond the blue car. That'll do, that's fine, thank you. Okay, and then move off when safe to do so. On the left, just before that white car. Don't worry about blocking the driveway on this occasion, and don't worry about being opposite the junction on this occasion. Thank you, that'll do. Cool, and then drive on when safe to do so. And then end of the road, we're going to turn right. You find somewhere convenient to park on the left, please. Thank you. And then drive on when safe to do so. Okay, thank you. And then drive on when safe to do so. Turn right, and exit. The other learner. Don't get too close to the learner, but I like to park on the left, right between the two lampposts. Thank you. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now, please, like to reverse back 2 car lengths, keep close proximity to the curb on the right throughout the whole of the manoeuvre. Fine, thank you. Okay, and then drive on when safe to do so. Lovely. Okay, and if you could park on the left just before the Kia. Okay, it's not ideal because obviously it's opposite a very minor road, but we just park on the left here. I'm sure we're not going to cause anyone any inconvenience. Alright, and then just turn off the engine for us. Okay then, so what do you think I'm going to say to you?
Well, obviously we had that roundabout down by Starbucks.
Right, so let's talk about Starbucks then. So we're on the Great Western Way. We just come off Bruce Street Bridges. okay, which weren't the tidiest, to be honest. Okay, so we've just gone past the Shell garage, which was an Esso garage. Not that has any relevance, but trying to build up so you got a mental picture of where we are. Okay, so that roundabout, you can be in the middle lane or the right hand lane to turn right for the motorway M4. Right. Now you turn right in the right hand lane, which was okay-ish. It wasn't the tidiest, as in you could have been a bit more positioned, a bit better over to the right. It's like as you come up to it, and correct me if I'm wrong, I felt that you were maybe a little bit undecided which lane to go into. Right, cool. All right, so you went across to the right, didn't cause anyone any harm, but the issue was you wasn't indicating. It would have been better to indicate right. Now you could argue again, not that I'm into arguing, that it's a gyrotor system, so therefore obviously everything's marked out, but I would encourage you to indicate right. Now you have indicated left to come off, and you have come off into the fast lane on the dual carriageway, okay, which is the correct thing to do, as in indicate left. You should have indicated right, but anyway, that's another story. When you come off into the fast lane, and then I said to you, I'd like you to follow traffic signs for motorway M4. I'm going to tell you where this sign is, because the sign was like, it's probably older than me, okay? And obviously the motorway M4 is like all like cracked, and it's all behind like a wooden fence, okay? Now you've realised, oh, that's ahead. Oh, I need to get in the left-hand lane. So you moved across to the left-hand lane, which arguably you should have tried to move across earlier. It was quite busy behind. This is why really you want to be in the middle lane to turn right on that scenario, because then it brings you out to your normal driving position. So I would encourage you to get into the middle lane to turn right on that scenario. But anyway, so we're following the road ahead. You brought the car over to the left, and you just went, I'm a bit funny looking at you, you just went into a daze. It's just like, I think you didn't realise the roundabout was as soon as what it was. So you brought the car over to the left. That was like your main sort of focus. And obviously, consequently, you've missed the roundabout. And if I didn't stop us, not been funny, we would have crashed, because there was a car on the right, so it would have been a collision. Yeah. So you definitely don't want to be doing that. Ever. All right. Okay. Anything else I'm going to moan about? So remember, this is to help you, not to hinder you.
Yeah. No. I totally get that. I think before Cheney Manor Industrial Estate, where we parked on the main road. Didn't do a 6-spot check.
No, your observations were okay. The issue was, I didn't like the fact that you indicated right, and we got like 4 cars that overtook you. Don't quote me on that. It might have been 3, it might have been 5, but it was quite a few. And the issue is, with you indicating right so soon, the issue is then is that a car behind you might panic and brake really hard. Now that's unlikely, but in my experience, that has happened a couple of times where a student has indicated too soon, and then the car slowed right down, and then give him an evil look. I had once out of the motorbike was rinsing it, car's indicated right, I've cancelled the indicator because I had a feeling what the motorbike was doing, then he started giving us like a load of verbal, which is, you know, arguably, you know, my student's at fault, but you know, so to eliminate all that issues, I would only indicate right when you know it's safe for you to go. And if something unexpected comes, like the motorbike that was blatantly speeding, but that's another story, then just cancel the indicator, put your left one on to show that you've changed your mind. Then the motorbike or car or Porsche or whatever realizes, oh yeah, because if you got that left one on, then they know then that you've changed, you know. So Acres Way, moving off, indicate too soon. I was happy with checks, but your your speed wasn't great. You've gone past the school, I told you to slow down, you were like 34 miles an hour, and you would have got higher. It would have just gently crept over. Remember, that is a 30. All right. Anything else?
I don't know, I felt like it was just kind of like compounded. I think once we got past the roundabout where we had to stop, I feel like after that it was actually all right. Maybe.
Yeah, the Manhattan was okay, but again, you should be indicating right. You're turning right for West Swindon. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to indicate right. It helps other road users know exactly where you're going. You know how frustrating it is when people don't indicate. Now, in your defense, once you've gone past the second exit, you did check your mirrors, you did indicate left, so you did indicate left off, but it would have been better to indicate right on approach. Okay, and then same with Bruce Street bridges. You know, it would just be better for you to be indicating right, because then it shows you're going all the way around. Remember, the signal's not to benefit you, it's to benefit others, honestly. All right, so I definitely would do that. So go through in order. So Acres Way, parked up, time of your signal, then unfortunately use of speed. Now obviously if it's a driving test, that'd be the end. They'd get you to do a U-turn at the roundabout, we're coming back. But obviously I'm not a driving examiner, so it's a lesson, so I want you to learn from it. So we carried on. All right, Bruce Street bridges we discussed. So obviously turning right, should have had the indicator, should have been a bit more tidier. And then when you come off into the right hand lane, which you had to do, you needed to return back to your left lane to your normal driving position. You did do that. It's a little bit late, and then they put you into a daze and you didn't see the car. Then we cut to the Mannington roundabout. Yeah, we should have been indicating right on approach. Okay, and after that, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Got you to do a bit of parking and stuff. Good for not forcing your way through with the oncoming traffic and that. It just was a little bit patient because it's not their fault there's so many parked cars and stuff. So it's a bit awkward. All right, hill start was fine. Moving off, doing your checks was all good. All right, but then I asked you to park. We're in, I want to say Ramleys. I might got that wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Ramleys. Anyway, we're in a housing estate, and I said to you, just find somewhere convenient to park on the left. I just wouldn't have parked quite so close to that drop down curb, because if I was a pedestrian, yeah, you haven't blocked it. So if I was in a wheelchair, which I hope never happens, but if I was in a wheelchair, you're going to make my life a little bit more difficult now because of the zone of vision. Because you parked just before it, obviously you're causing a little bit of obstruction with view. Okay. So it would have been better, to be honest with you, I just would have maybe gone a bit further up. But then there's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because then if you park a bit further up, then you're going to be on a junction to your right. So, you know, maybe you could have gone a little bit further up. Okay? But remember, never ever panic when they ask you to find somewhere convenient to park on the left. Okay? So they should give you instructions in plenty of time. And obviously, you know, if you go past where you felt that they might have wanted you to park, then just say, look, I'm really sorry, I think I might have gone past where you wanted me to park. Right. Yeah, and if they're decent, which pretty much they all are, they'd say, yeah, okay then, no problem. They might give you a minor for positioning, for not stopping, basically positioning normal stops. Or they might say to you, no, don't worry, there might be another place for you to park. Or, okay, yeah, we'll do it on another road. All right, so I would acknowledge it rather than just start panicking and sweating, you know. Just say to him, look, I'm sorry, I might have gone past where I think you might have wanted me to park. Okay, that'd be my suggestion. We have any questions on any of that?
No.
Agree with it all?
Yeah, no, I do agree with it all. I think it was just a bad drive in general.
Well, it wasn't ideal.
No, definitely not.
No, so for obviously the two main points is obviously not acknowledging the roundabout and obviously speeding. Yeah. The other things, again, learn from it. Obviously minors, they're not ideal, but from a driving test perspective, they'd be minors. But signalling, that's not ideal, because if you have a detrimental effect on another road user, or another car might potentially pull out on you because it wasn't sure where you're going or thought you was coming off, you know, straight, then obviously that's a different kettle of fish. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sound.